not on time. I just got home from grocery shopping not too long before I was supposed to start stream because I wasn't paying attention to the time when I left the house. So, I am a little bit late. Not super late, I don't think. My tracking is off center. There we go. This should be fine now. Yes, anyways, I am alive. I'm here. We're playing more Slay the Princess today, which is gonna be fun, I think. Excited for more dear, sweet, wonderful, very nice Hans wife. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, ad break. I hate ads. I need to start remembering to run one during my starting soon screen so they don't run for like the first hour or so. Cause yeah, if I run one during my starting soon screen, they're disabled for I think the next like 45 minutes. Too much stuff on my floor. I normally put my water bottle like down on the carpet beside my desk so that way it doesn't make noise when I pick it up and set it down. But I've got stuff on the floor next to my desk right now, so I don't have anywhere to put my water bottle. But yes, anyways, I am alive. I am honestly a little bit tired. School has been rough lately. But I do in fact exist. And I have well, I only have about a month left of school, and then I've got my degree. Woo! Well, I mean, if I get into grad school, then it'll be an extra 2 years or so before I'll have my master's. But a little bit more than little bit over a month and I'll have my bachelor's degree, which yay. I'm honestly half considering doing like a stream that's just I'm graduating parentheses from college, but I don't know if that would be too mean or not. It might be a little bit too mean. Feel bad I'll probably not be available for blueprints because I'm working late on the weekend. Oh, that sucks. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I might just postpone it till next week. I have a Marvel Rivals collab with a friend of mine planned for Thursday. Otherwise, I'd play it on Thursday, which is release day. But I do not. I have a collab planned for Thursday, so I can't play it right on Thursday. But honestly, don't feel too bad about not being able to be here. The VOD will be up on here and on my YouTube. And like as much as I appreciate people being here for streams, I never want anyone to feel pressured like they have to be here. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was going to say. Like I said, I'm a little tired. My brain is decided not to work as much as I would like it to today. In which case, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and switch over to my gaming screen. Okay, of course my screen capture isn't working. Game capture. Slay the Princess. On. There we go. And then I've gotta enlarge it so that it's the right size for my overlay. There we go. Now it should work. Yes, this is in fact a horror game. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Alright, we're gonna continue game. Okay, so I tried being. Oh, game audio. Thank you. Of all the days to forget, I feel like I don't really have a plan going into this, so I guess I'm gonna explore. Do I get some sort of reward?
You'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be?
But I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Alright. I guess I'm just gonna... I think I've gone through all of these before. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Just review. Princesses met stranger adversary damsel. Yeah.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I've got to be honest, I remember each of the princesses. I just don't remember what specific choices I made to meet each of them. I don't think it'll let me repeat the same ending. I think it'll disable the dialogue choice.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take the blade.
It'd be rather difficult.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you?
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
What? No, wait, why'd you even make that? Yeah, it was a joke. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk, I think.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
Honestly, she makes a fair point.
What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm gonna drop it this time.
Blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Alright.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
She's got a point. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note
This
the
feels
lack of
familiar.
detail. You can't trust her.
I think for the adversary, well, for the stranger, that's kind of its whole own thing. For the adversary, I had to be as aggressive as possible. Like, I grabbed the knife and I kept the knife. And for the damsel, I didn't take the knife at all. So I probably have heard similar dialogue, but I don't think I've gone this path before.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
I mean, that's fair. There's people out there who think you're supposed to end the world.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
That is a much more malicious approach or answer than I thought I was going to
I
get.
don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told
She's
you
got a
why I'm
point.
allegedly so dangerous?
I don't believe she's going to end the world at all, for the record, but... Deflect? I'm inclined to trust you more than I'm inclined to trust them, which is true.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Examine the chains. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay, so again, I don't think it'll let me stumble into the damsel ending again because I approached aggressively at first and then changed my approach. I don't know how... I mean, this seems like the kind of game that is pretty damn responsive to your dialogue choices. Like, it doesn't seem like... Like, in terms of the dialogue / ending tree, I feel like I've already taken a different path than Damsel just by grabbing the knife. But I'm not sure. But...
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
So he is going to make me try and kill her then. Try the door. Or try the door.
You try the door. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Wait, is this gonna get me the adversary again?
Easier for whom? easier for everyone.
I don't
heard the
think
door
it's going to
slam.
get me adversary
They
again,
locked me
too.
down here too, didn't
but-
they?
I don't know. I don't remember enough of the dialogue choices. There's just enough of a sense of deja vu to figure that something will probably happen.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
It's not going to give me an option, is it? Would you like an answer to that? I mean, yes, but I'd prefer for it to stay out of spoiler territory as much as possible. Again, I think since I chose to not be aggressive to start, well, I mean, I picked up the knife, but since I chose to not be aggressive to start, I think it'll get me into a different ending, but again, there's just enough of a sense of deja vu to... If the option is open, it leads to something different. Okay, that's reassuring.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding...
Man, her
blade.
eyes are huge. Her eyes are like 80% of her face. And I know that's probably intentional, that she's probably designed like that for a good reason, but regardless, it's...
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it.
Yeah.
Before long, you're able to crack through bone.
That
She
noise is
pulls the
kinda
bleeding
gross.
stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
First the locked door?
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape.
Oh,
into
the knife
world.
on my little pointer is
I just can't
bloody
let
now.
her
Interesting.
escape into the world.
Hi, da-da-da. Give me a second. Let me pull up Google Translate for that. Protect the princess. I'm trying. I am trying. We'll see how it goes.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
I think we've established that he can.
Watch me.
Okay, so this time all the options are open again. I can either choose to warn her or I can choose to slay her. I'm gonna warn
Stop
her.
that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Slay the princess, resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Oh, Emerald Cherry, hi. Welcome. It's going okay so far. I'm always a little bit confused when it comes to text-based games because I'm bad at reading people and I don't know. Why is my tracking broken? Hello? Oh, my tracking broke. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Look forward. There we go. Now we're working. Nearly platined it. Nice. I'm trying to get... Well, I'm playing this for the first time, so currently my plan is to just stumble into as many endings as I can organically, and then from there I might look up a guide to find the rest of them, but this is only like my 4th ending, so I have a feeling there are plenty more for me to stumble into on my own.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
I mean, yeah, I feel like chapter 1 almost always ends with me dying, doesn't it?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it
Alright,
will
so
be
we've got
the
chapter
end
2,
of
The Prisoner.
world.
Getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Which endings did you get so far? I got the stranger, the adversary, and the damsel so far. It was funny because I stumbled into the stranger for my first ending almost entirely by just choosing to be spiteful to the narrator and not play along. And I somehow stumbled into the stranger ending, which I get the impression is big for lore, but I also don't know enough of the lore from like the other endings yet to really understand what happened in it. I mean, I've got my theories, but I wouldn't quite say I have an understanding of it yet.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
The skeptic.
I wouldn't trust
Okay.
a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Narrator, my dude, you are not very convincing. This is more than just deja vu, though.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
I mean, I suppose it is, but...
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is honestly all the more reason for you
It doesn't
to not
sound
buy
like the
into
sort
whatever
of thing I
self-delusions
do,
the three of you
says
are
the person who's
crafting.
forced me to do it twice so far. Or attempted to force me to do it twice so far.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her?
Did you say something really mean?
Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it.
Those are the
I'm a
two
professional,
reasons.
after all.
Those are his two reasons. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me?
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making a rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
No, my actions definitely did have consequences. You just didn't let me experience the consequences because you forced the princess to kill me. DM's privilege means I get to drop a rock on you if you're mean. Fair enough, I guess. I didn't really think of it that way, but I guess if he does control like what's happening in within the greater context of the story, then I guess he can, in theory, kill me if I'm mean to him. Although that seems counterintuitive, given that he insists that I have to be the one to slay the princess. If he kills me because I'm mean, then the princess never gets slain. Honestly, I don't trust him to be particularly pragmatic, so...
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
He's got a point.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I've got people in YouTube chat. Hello, YouTube chat. Why did you take this job? If you're talking about the job of killing the princess, I didn't really take it voluntarily. The narrator just sort of dropped me in here and said, you're gonna kill the princess, or I'm going to make you kill the princess. One of the two. And, ooh, right mouse, subtle details, good art. Yeah. I do appreciate the little subtle details in this.
What do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet,
here we are.
Here we are.
The four of us. So he's treating me as my own entity and the two voices as separate.
You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
No, you're talking in circles.
Just be quick about it.
Talk about the princess.
People
who locked her in the basement.
In that basement, and I told you what this
Thanks,
place
that's
is.
specific.
It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
You mentioned stranger first. Yeah, so I did actually end up encountering the stranger first. Just entirely on accident, because the way you get to the stranger is just by refusing to even go to the cabin. And so, yeah, my first reaction was, to the narrator was, I don't like you. I'm not gonna listen to you. And then I ended up in the stranger ending purely by virtue of being spiteful. Which honestly tracks with the path, honestly tracks with the contrarian. Don't overcomplicate things. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh.
I didn't know you were special.
Know you were special? Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Because you need a convenient scapegoat to murder the princess?
Yes. Right. We're here.
See, Skeptic gets me. Skeptic gets me.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I mean, okay.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
You are most definitely hiding something, and I don't trust you as far as I can throw you, which isn't very far, given that you don't have a physical body. That's all, I guess.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around and leave. Oh. What happens if I turn around and leave now?
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh, is that Han's wife? Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
She'll
she will
cheat. She's
cheat.
gonna try and manipulate me.
She will do everything in
I know.
her power to stop you from slaying her.
To be entirely fair, I am
she
also
says.
actively trying to manipulate her by choosing specific dialogue choices, so I think we're even on that respect.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't.
Wink.
Wink.
My model doesn't let me wink because well, I can't actually wink very well, so I turned off the wink feature. Well, number one, my glasses mess with my model's tracking, so I turned off the wink feature to stop my eyes from blinking at separate times. Because again, my glasses mess with the tracking, which means my model won't let me wink. But also, I don't wink very well in real life, so it probably would translate to the model anyways if I did try.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed into the cabin. Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Yep.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But what if I want to do it wrong? This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Sure, buddy.
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
I'm gonna approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to
I
the
think I know
basement.
what's going to happen, but
It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
I think it's just gonna disappear when I try to interact with it again, but it's worth a
What are you
try.
talking about? This isn't a...
Like the mirror queen.
There
Yep,
was
it
a mirror
disappeared.
a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
I'm gonna take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than
It's
to
also
go in
pretty
with blind
difficult to
hope alone.
free her without a weapon.
The
I mean,
door to the
I don't
basement
intend to
creaks
kill her,
open,
but...
revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
I suppose we'll find out.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Something about this
She looks up at
particular,
you,
like,
the heavy
princess
collar around her neck clanking loudly as
sprite
she
or
moves.
art is really
The
funny to me.
chains
She just
binding
looks
both
so
her
done
wrists
with
to the far
everything.
wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Like, she looks like she is done with everyone's shit.
So much for cutting her out of here.
Yep.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Okay, but the knife was, so... In theory, the option technically was on the table.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Alright.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
I'll sit where I was told
You
to
do
sit,
as
I
she
guess.
asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
The other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
No thanks. Not into that.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I mean, I guess he's got a point. Inspect the shackle. I'm curious. So there's chapter 2s, and then I think so far after all the chapter 2s we've reached, we go back to Han's wife, and she gets a new personality or perspective or whatever it's called. I wonder, like, in that case, do the dialogue options we pick here change the dialogue options we pick here, do those change the outcome of the chapter, or is it just does this chapter end the same way regardless? Inspect the shackle?
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Not really.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
I mean, Skepta's got a point.
But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it,
Thank you for the hydrate.
Fully hide her curiosity.
And the stretch. Water. Stretch. Okay.
I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Oh no, not that. Well, we got 2 lurker redeems and then an I can't see shit redeem, which is literally just where I take off my glasses for 1 minute. So let me pull up a timer and then take off my glasses for 1 minute. Okay. My glasses are off. We'll see how this goes without my ability to read very well. I'm probably just going to end up squinting the whole time. Don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Yes, I'm taking my glasses off in real life. I don't actually have a glasses toggle on my model, so it's just my glasses in real life.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Yay, the exact situation depicted in my profile picture. Oh, there's my timer. I'm allowed to see again. There we go. Now it's easier to read.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Well.
Huh.
Ain't that
so
fun?
It does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
We're all in this together, 'cause we know who we are. I hate that that's the first thing that came to mind, but...
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Oh, guess I'll die. I did not mean to go
That's
to
horrible.
save.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
I mean, that's one of them.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
A minute has passed, or was it 2? Yeah, I put them back on. I can see now. But... I think the prisoner was the first princess I met. I mean, that tracks. It seems to me like the most straightforward approach. If I hadn't like gone into this game with the specific intent of experimenting, then I probably also would have stumbled upon the prisoner first. But yeah, that is actually very interesting that the loose chain is meant for us. So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Alright, did you know this was going to happen to me?
No.
Not one for small talk, are ya?
Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
I am in fact waiting for something.
This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
Well, this is mildly depressing.
At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
She's just chilling. Let a princess chill in peace,
Her
man.
very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does.
She doesn't seem like she's harming me, despite me being trapped next to her.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time
Damn,
passes
the
again.
narrator's kind of petty, honestly.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
I need to get 2,000 points for the raid. Can I do it on anyone? Yeah, you can, as long as they're actively streaming. I would prefer if it's someone relatively family friendly. Like, they don't have to be completely all ages, but like relatively family friendly would be awesome. But yes, if you want to choose if you do the choose who I raid redeem, you can choose anyone. Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
It's not really small talk. In fact, I have a feeling it's going to be very big talk in a minute.
Still rude.
Continue to wait in silence.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
You've
She
got a
hasn't
point.
Starved? I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass.
And what if it's a Russian language VTuber? It's allowed, although given that I don't speak Russian, I won't be able to talk with them on their channel at all, but... Yes, Russian language is fine, I won't be able to understand them.
Until suddenly, there are no walls. Then...
And?
I think he's gone.
Oh.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh, there she is. There's Han's wife. They understand English. Okay. That's reassuring. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave.
She's
Memory
gone.
returns.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
Nah, she's good.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay, just trust me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
I don't want to, like,
Feels
straight up
too
lie
good
to
be
them,
true.
but... At the same time, I still want to reassure them in some capacity. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Okay. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There's a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Alright, I guess. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
No. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. He doesn't when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He doesn't when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Fair. The return of dear, sweet, lovely, so beautiful and divine, only matched in her kindness, yet unmatched in her grace, hands wide. I'm pretty sure her name wasn't that long last time. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you,
Oh.
each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here,
Okay.
waiting for you.
That wasn't very long at all. Everything goes dark, and you die. Lovely. Alright.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
You find more of her each time, so it only stands to reason that more of her name is revealed. That's fair.
You're here to slay her.
Alright, I don't know what I'm gonna do this
If you
time.
don't, it will be the end of the world.
There's a narrative to this gag. I don't entirely know what I'm gonna do this time. Like, my gut is telling me to make it difficult, to make things difficult for the narrator again, but... Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch Viva la
Spirit.
Revolution.
You
And
make
that one
your
in
way up
particular
the
is
short
funny.
path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
I don't know what it is about this particular piece of music, but something about it reminds me almost a little bit of Claire de Lune. I don't know why, but
She will lie,
it just
she will
does.
cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is the blade is your implement.
I'll go make myself some tea. I'll step away for 5 minutes. Okay. I think this time I'm gonna not take the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen
If the
light
princess
in the
lives
room
here,
below.
we're probably slaying her is probably
This
doing her a
is
favor.
An oppressive place. The
Oh.
air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Only one more, so 5 per run.
Her voice
Yeah, it would be
softly
5 per
carries
run.
up the
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, we've got a lurker redeem. Hello, lurkers.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I wonder,
You're playing a
what if it gives
dangerous
me the
game by
option
coming
to...
here unarmed.
What if it gives me the option to, like, decide she's a threat after all, to go back up and get the knife? Lie, I'm here to save you.
Don't be
Hi.
a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Alright.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding.
I didn't mean to do that. To the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title?
It's
What
both.
if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Honestly, Princess sounds like a VTuber name. Oh, Goosey Games and stuff, welcome! I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. That's gonna be what I do.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
So, what?
Oop.
You're going to try and kill me?
That is a much more actively malicious voice than she had a second ago.
You'll regret this. I promise you. But go ahead. Run along and get whatever you're planning to get.
I will, thank you.
But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
I don't think I've ever heard her this mad.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Huh.
She has to be bluffing, but hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Princess of Kingdom. Okay, that's kind of funny.
Okay, if we're sure about... You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall.
Oh boy.
And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Hello?
Why don't you come closer?
Ooh.
I have something to show you.
I mean, I know it said that this was a horror game, but I wasn't expecting it to, like, actually freak me out at all. She's lost an arm. I'm locking her down there and letting her bleed out. Or let's finish this.
This is a dangerous play. Who's to say she'll actually succumb to her wounds? She doesn't have a weapon, and she's missing an arm. You can finish this right here, right now.
Tell you what, I'll even stay here for a while to make sure she's dead.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Okay.
Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing,
I do
wailing
not
voice
like
calling
this.
out to you from the other side of the door.
I don't like this at all.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
No, I'm definitely not letting you out, thank you.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
She just wants a hug. I guarantee you she does not just want a hug.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't like this. Don't like this at all. You know what? If she's gonna be mean to me, I'm going to go ahead and just be not necessarily mean to her, but I'm not gonna be nice. Too squishy hug. I mean, yes, that is one very squishy hug. Anyways,
I wouldn't be so sure about outlasting me. You're so brittle. So go ahead, rest, do whatever you think will
yeah, I
help you
really don't like
prepare.
this.
But know that I'm coming for you, and that when I find you, I will make you hurt.
Okay, I know that the whole point of visual novel type games is to fuck around and find out, but I wasn't expecting to find out quite yet. Oh, ad break. I can wait for a second until the ad break's over. I want y'all to be able to see this properly. Hearing her bang on the door while I'm trying to wait for the ad break to be over is really giving me anxiety, man. Yeah. Waiting on the ad break. Okay. Ad break is finishing now. Sweet. Now we can hopefully move on. A little bit.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the
shit.
cabin. The ruckus
That
has
ain't good.
stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of
Oh,
that awful
hello.
basement.
You're horrifying.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
What was the first princess you found in the last chapter too? I mean, this isn't my first time playing the game. The first princess I found today was the prisoner. But the first one I ever found was the stranger, which I managed to stumble into just by deciding to be an asshole to the narrator.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
She wants a kiss. I guarantee you she does not.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe
Hi there.
I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Gee, I wonder why.
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your
Nope.
lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is.
I am low-key terrified. I mean, it prefaced it with the fact that this is a horror game, but so far most of the horror aspects has just been a little bit of body horror, not whatever just happened.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The nightmare. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
That doesn't sound
And
positive.
at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You know, I didn't actually think she would end the world previous to this chapter. Like, before this chapter, I didn't actually think she'd end the world, because she'd been fairly... relatively kind, if not non-threatening, because I did meet the adversary, and she was definitely threatening, but she's been fairly, like, non-world ending until now. Now I 100% believe she would end the world if she wanted to. Okay, no. But I die? What am I doing here? She's going to kill me again. Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
I'm Dai, thank you. Oh, da-da-da, welcome back. You missed a genuinely terrifying princess. Although I have a feeling she's going to get even more terrifying.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I'm usually not super sensitive to, like, horror-type stuff. After playing plenty of horror games for a while. Okay, just check the VOD. Previous vessels, yeah. Stranger, adversary, damsel, prisoner, and nightmare. Well, this one's nightmare, so I previously met stranger, adversary, damsel, and prisoner. Huh.
Shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little
Voice of the paranoid.
What if he does hear you?
Oh, welcome back. Not much has happened.
I think you'll find yourselves
Although
very
paranoid is
hard-pressed to
already
keep
kind of
any
funny.
secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save after all.
Turn around and leave?
You have already
Nope.
committed to my
Okay.
completion.
So I can't turn around and leave once I've hit chapter 2. I guess I'm going to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Paranoid is me, for real, for real.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Paranoid
Don't believe a
is,
word she
yeah,
says.
low-key terrifying. Well, paranoid isn't terrifying, but the princess we just met is high-key terrifying, so I understand why paranoid would be, well, paranoid.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
I mean, she was very direct with us last time,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter. Don't trust anyone.
Proceed into the cabin. Okay, here goes. I'm really nervous now, actually.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Actually, you can turn around and leave in chapter 2 in some circumstances. Okay. Every time I've tried to turn around and leave in chapter 2, it just gives me the you've already committed yourself to my completion. But since this is, oh, there are, dudes in the windows. Ain't that fun? But yeah, maybe after I've, Han's wife, or I don't really know what her name is beyond, like, Han's wife, because that's just what I've been calling her the whole time. But, Han's wife said that this is the last one we need to get her to awaken, so I guess we'll find out.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
There was, in fact, a door here last time.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Dear, sweet, lovely, so beautiful and divine, only matched by her kindness, yet unmatched in her grace, the light of my existence. Hand's wife, you mean? Yes, yes, that Hand's wife.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your
Deep breath
task
in.
awaits, and only you can do it.
Deep breath out. Don't freak out yet, there's nothing to scare me yet. This whole cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here.
I mean, I don't really see her in the window, but I definitely see things, people in the window.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
I guarantee you I have been killed by the princess. Several times over at this point. Shit, my stream quality is... I'm having internet issues. Give me a second, let me see if I can fix this. I'm having internet issues. Yeah, my stream quality is really low. Give me a second. Is it an issue with my internet? I should still be using my Ethernet connection, so that shouldn't be an issue. Give me a second, I've got to troubleshoot. Ethernet is connected. Okay. Well, oh, it looks like it's back. I think it should be back now. Looks like it's mostly back. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this. You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door.
I am going to go ahead and
It's a wall.
investigate the
There isn't
mirror.
much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Make the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad. You reach down and pick the blade up.
I'm gonna
off
take the
floor.
blade.
It would be difficult
I
to
think
slay
it might
the
be a good
princess
idea
and
for this
save the
one.
world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else?
Something better than
Something-
a knife.
I don't know. Better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
At this point, I don't even know if a bomb would... Oh, shit. Black screen. It should be working again now. Okay. Yeah, I think we're fine now. I'm not even sure a bomb would do the
Blade
trick.
is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who
Man, I
knows
don't have a whole lot of
sending us
faith
to
in
our
myself to
death.
begin with here. Pipe bombs, heart. The princess is absolutely normal, and she definitely doesn't want to kill us, right? Yeah, this is a completely normal, not terrifying at all princess. Well, here we go. Into the basement.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
That's a lot of eyes in the background.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Yep. How hard is it to throw a knife? Actually, it's fairly difficult. You've got to adjust for the weight and the number of rotations. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists. Step off into the void between the stairs or continue down the stairs. How hard is it to throw a knife?
Hard, but then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
So this is the new Modica Magica universe. Honestly, I mean, it's missing the mixed media art, but the vibe is really similar now that I think about it. I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists. Step off into the void. Oh, I'm so tempted to just jump into the void. What happens if I just jump into the void? Alright, here goes.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
Cozy void. Also, Sinvelli, welcome! I see it's your first time, so welcome in. I have stumbled upon the only princess so far that has actually managed to scare me. Oh, I can't step into the void. I was curious, I don't know, falling into an infinite void seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome
But the
you could have gotten.
void! Why can't I embrace the void? You should let me embrace the void, Mr. Narrator. It'd be the nice thing to do.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
He sounds so disappointed in me.
As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
Billy, if something happens, can I hide behind you? Will you protect me, right? Dude, I am 5'2" and like 110 pounds. I ain't protecting nobody from nothing. I made an account to watch this. I mean, thanks, I guess?
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide.
We're completely exposed.
exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
You protected Sarah so you could protect us too. I mean, maybe.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
Yeah, I'm with paranoid on this one. I'd really rather not die again if I don't have to.
Stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you.
Oh, there she is.
It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I'm going to find you. Creepy. Go left, go right, do nothing, go back the way you came. I'm gonna try and go back. Did it
Turn
work?
back to the stairs,
Nope. No, it did
only
not.
to find that they aren't there. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
Hello, you were horrifying.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
Yeah, you're terrifying.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
Oh man, even the narrator's freaked out.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood
Jesus.
begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Well, that jump scared me a little.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Lungs, liver, nerves.
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Lungs, liver, nerves. What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then
Oh.
experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
You broke the narrator. How fun.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
Oh, paranoid's kind of petty. I appreciate that.
You have
Although
seconds left.
I really appreciate him keeping my body functioning more.
Yes, I'm sure. Heart,
Lungs, liver, nerves.
heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
I mean, I don't want to be dead either,
She
man.
isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
I'm not sure stabbing her will do anything anyways.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies, we can work together, we can be friends even. I'm not doing any of this, I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to kill you, so do your worst. Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare. That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
I can run.
nerves,
I don't think that's a smart choice, but it does seem interesting.
nerves, heart, lungs.
I wanna run.
You turn and run, doing your best to put one useless leg in front of the other.
You poor thing. Wrong choice.
Liver. You get nowhere before the princess is in front of you once again. Liver. Nerves.
You're always going to be a coward.
Probably, yes.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
Oh,
You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
that was horrifying.
Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
I think this is lore, but I have no idea what's going on.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their
Oh.
orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn.
How many
Worse.
endings do you have?
Lonelier.
This is my 5th ending so far.
Let me out!
Although I don't know how many there are.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Oh. What? The moment of clarity?
You're on a path in the...
Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
It's the first time for me to go past chapter 2. Yeah, I didn't know there was past a chapter 2 other than like the scenes with Han's wife where we basically give her the new perspective and then we move on to reset the cycle. I did not know there was anything past chapter 2.
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
I guess.
So now it's not just the woods. So now it's not just the cabin that changes. It's the woods.
We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this
Voice
works
of
out
the
for us.
opportunist.
Think about it.
That
She's
one's
the
new
one
too.
with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever,
Stubborn?
I think.
Okay.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times?
So
do I
I've
have
met
to
stubborn,
tell you to
I've
snuff
met
out your
paranoid.
heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
There's nothing for us
I've met
to do.
contrarian.
We've already tried everything. We love her,
I've met Smith.
so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates
And there's
us?
skeptic.
Can we love something that hurts us?
So there was broken, cold opportunist.
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us?
Cheated.
There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
There really aren't.
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
Too many. I've been here too many times. I think they're all wrong. That's a good question. How many times have you all been here? What if we don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her. The only way out is to do nothing. See, that's not right. I think they're all
Of course
wrong.
we're wrong.
She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Man, I don't know. Getting back to his earlier question, how many times have you all been here?
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever. It also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
That doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them
Alright,
numb.
so there's 4
They're
voices
all
here that I
too
haven't met.
soft. A shame, really.
Or haven't met within the context of their own story branches. If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her. Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere. Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers.
The whole gang is here, which means this is a pretty poetic final vessel. Oh, you've got a point.
They all just end in
I didn't intend to do that, but I guess it's fitting that... I stumble into, that I stumble into, like, a poetic ending.
Doesn't matter what we
Oh,
do,
that's a new
because we
one.
always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
So that's 5 voices I haven't met, I think?
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago. Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that.
Okay, he's got a point. You haven't met broken, hunted, cold, cheated, and opportunist. Yeah, so that's 5. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's 5.
It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
Can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
Honestly, after that last one, I'm a little traumatized too. Oh, I didn't mean to.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same. Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
I feel so disjointed, I don't know if I can pull this
I
off.
don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it. You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either. He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me. He's worse than her.
They gotta proceed to the cabin.
Slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin
Oh,
should have been.
there's the mirror.
Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
You mean to tell me that the mirror I'm seeing up there on top of the hill in the middle of the house, it doesn't exist?
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space?
They've been hurt too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces. She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
No, it definitely does matter what.
Proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating.
I have no idea what's
There's
going on
just
anymore,
enough
but it's
vague
certainly
shape and
interesting.
unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade
I
is
mean,
your
I have a
implement.
theory, but I'm not
You'll
really
need it if you're
sure
going to
the
do this
theory
right.
is accurate anymore.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
Mm-mm. You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
So fun effects here. The closed out options are used to reflect that your player character has tried everything in the time since you've last taken control. Oh, interesting.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you.
Oh.
It fills you with dread.
Okay, so it's still the nightmare. Now her face is just more messed
It's
up.
She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
There you are. My toy has finally come to finish his job.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
Fun.
You've left this out
Yeah.
for so much longer than you had to.
Sorry, like audio jump scare.
Closer.
But if it's always just a matter of time.
And closer.
Sorry about the loud static
You
sounds.
are going to have to stop running eventually.
And closer.
Everything stops running eventually. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back.
Fun.
All that's left is for you to take me home and let me out. It'll be so much fun, you and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me, but you'll get to be there too. A witness.
Okay, this is actually reinforcing my theory.
I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
Aw, thanks, but I'm gonna pass.
Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something new, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Let's take her hand and set her free. Well,
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even.
okay.
I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
Aw.
The The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Ah. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back.
What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her.
Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, you stop with the smashing.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Before I approach the mirror, I want to take a guess. I think that she, in all of her... I think that she, as in Han's wife, as in, like, all of the pieces, the entity that is split into all of these pieces is, I want to say, is death. I think that that's why the narrator is trying so hard to get us to get rid of her, is we must be something of a similar caliber, a force of nature of some kind. And I'm guessing the narrator is either sick himself or is knows someone that either has died recently or is probably going to die, and is in an attempt to kill death itself. I think. Suppose we're about to find out. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden, its mysteries remain unsolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end.
I have giant text bricks saved in case anything needs clearing up in the end. Okay, I'm sure I'll have questions,
I'll be
but
free of all of you.
I'm going to let this play out,
I'm ready for the truth.
and then we'll see.
I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You were nothing at all. Oh, my pointer is not my hand anymore, it's my face? But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, and another. turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me.
Full warning, you
I wonder
cannot
how many
ask
worlds
everything.
you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Alright, so I will prioritize my questions then. Okay. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? Are you a part of me or something
No,
else?
I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point, I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Man, this is a lot of questions. I have met you many times. Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Alright. For everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? What are you?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
So you do know about the looping.
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Yeah, that tracks. You have anything to say for yourself? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Well. Why are you suddenly being so open?
Her nature is to become what others perceive her to be. If you actually knew what she was, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
Alright, I've got 3 more. I'm assuming. I don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. Am I not a living being?
You never were. You are the long quiet.
Ha.
The god I made to rid the world of death. For a time, this construct could help you approximate being alive, confining your mind to a single reality. But you've experienced far too many lives for it to work much longer. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
God, I always knew it was special. Are you a god, or
No.
were you a god?
In life, I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something, so I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
Run out of questions. Okay. I think you're out of time. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. I actually gasped at your theory. It was pretty close. Wait. The narrator has always made an effort to differentiate between me and her. But what if it's not so much that she is death, so much it is that we are two halves of the same whole? That if she is endings, I'm beginnings, or if she is death, then I am life. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. You just need a huge chunk of lore from other chapters to understand what you actually are. Alright. I have always intended to go past this ending anyway. Dear, sweet, beautiful, and lovely, so nice and good, divinely beautiful, unrelenting in her visage, completely subsuming in her being, the fate of all things in totality, Handswife, aka the Shifting Mound. Interesting, okay. Do you know about the Echo?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct.
AKA
He is deluded
Shifty.
by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two,
Huh.
he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Oh, my tracking broke again. God damn it. Work. Hello? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna finish the game. My tracking's probably gonna stay broken. I don't know how to fix it, actually. I have one more thing I can try. There we go. Okay. Look forward. There we go.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories you left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all of this?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand.
You would be correct.
But
I don't yet
we
understand.
cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express.
I'm getting closer to
And you
understanding, I
cannot
think.
rationalize with logic that which defies
But I'm
it.
still not entirely there.
Violence and passion are dances that both
Oh.
of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Terrifying in one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Address this vessel statement directly. Appear to your shared humanity. Reject her authority. Argue her independence. Reject her perspective. A giant bird thing. I mean, I figured I was a giant bird thing the whole time. Specifically, well, the thing that sort of clued me into the presence of at least a metaphor for death in this whole thing is the fact that I'm a giant bird thing. Specifically given that many, many, many gods of death across cultures and across history are symbolized by birds, specifically blackbirds. Death and knowledge are the two that are almost always represented by birds. Reject your authority. Address this vessel statement directly. Thank you for sharing yourself with me.
I'm aware of what is good to you. The understanding of return to me is a gift. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity.
Oh,
the
it's
need
gonna go
for
in reverse
impermanence.
from what I,
And it was through that need that you carved our freedom.
so it's going to go in reverse from, in the reverse of the order I discovered them then. Also, thank you for the follow. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom.
Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away? and leave everyone to suffer in the dark.
Another thing, the narrator is always very careful with your expectation of the princess, trying to make sure you don't give her power with your perspective. That's fair. Although I think I still managed to give her quite a bit of power through at least my last route. Address this vessel statement directly. That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped. Your life drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your
She's
heart?
just a princess. Don't
Does it
overcomplicate
see it
things. Fair. I feel like in this case I should engage with each vessel. I never really had the chance to engage with them before they were absorbed into the whole. So, oh, come on, ad break right now. It's fine. I can theory craft for a minute while the ad break's running. I feel like there's a reason that we weren't able to really engage with them on their own level at the end of each chapter 2. We didn't really have a chance. They were sort of absorbed into the shifting down before we really had the chance to engage with them outside of the bounds of the cabin, outside of, well, I guess the bounds of the construct as a whole. And so I feel like I should engage with each of them. I feel like it's needed for resolution, almost. That's not right. That's not the quite the right way to phrase it, but I think you'll get what I mean. Ad break's finishing now. Okay.
But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
That feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight with me now. Whenever you're ready, we can move together. Hand in loving hand.
I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
There should have been an ad, but, I didn't have one, or is that not how it works? I don't really know how it works. So Seribot is automated that whenever Twitch runs an ad, it should let me know. Like, I don't manually run it. Twitch is set to run like a certain amount every hour, so that I can disable pre-rolls. But, I'm not really too sure how it works still.
The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
Should have gone to bed 4 hours ago. 4 hours? I mean, I get it, because I probably stay up too late too, but also... Address this vessel statement directly. It was meaningless. Neither of us could ever truly win.
So blankly nihilistic. Is death the end, or is it the birth of something new?
If you cannot find meaning in living, how will you find meaning if you strip me from existence?
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
I mean, yes, but also no. It's not how these things work. What do you think happens if we leave
This
here?
universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. That one feels right. It's not... I don't think there's a right answer here. But that one is the one that my gut tells me is the right-est answer.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
That it is.
Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too?
As weird as it is, it's good to hear the contrarian again.
We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
I'd like that description now, if you don't mind, for old time's sake. The narrator really gone.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a door to the basement, a table, that knife. Windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he?
I don't think he did.
I always thought they were implied. He never mentioned the mirror either, but that didn't mean he implied it was there. It's gone, though. I think it did whatever it needed to do. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is it just the three of us? Did anyone else make it?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Funny detail here, this encounter is based on the first princess you meet, which is usually the two variants of the first chapter princess, but you got the stranger, so... Huh. Good point. So I ended up in an ending where I'm not supposed to be, which is... Well, it's not that I'm not supposed to be, because if I wasn't supposed to be in this ending, it wouldn't exist. But I unintentionally ended up in an ending that is... let's say atypical. Which, honestly, feels a little bit fitting.
And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
So is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Really goes to show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power.
Good riddance? I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone. That's not what I wanted to do. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go. Don't actually know how to feel.
Complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he? He's not complicated at all. I miss him. I feel bad that he's gone.
Take the blade?
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more things we can do, right? So you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves.
In this case, I've got to meet her on her level.
You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if I suggest that twice, especially since you never took me up on it last time.
He's got a point.
There's the guy I know.
Throw the blade out the window. No. I'm gonna enter the basement.
Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Continue down the stairs.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So, you brought the knife. After everything you've seen, and all the lives we've lived together, you still aren't sure what you want to do? Unless you are. We just hope you're sure of yourself, one way or the other.
Sit with them. Never got the chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you, at least.
It's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. I don't think a conversation with us then would have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Maybe this doesn't have to end just yet. Maybe there never even has to be an ending. The way it all works seems to be based on you. If you believe we can do something, then we can do it. So believe that we can put it all back. Believe we can fix the Echo's construct and make us all forget.
Yeah, but that's not right either.
Believe we can send us all back to the beginning, before anyone woke up, before the truth consumed us.
Can they really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
That's not what I want.
Why wouldn't it be what we want? Especially if it brings him back. We can't keep going without a nemesis.
I don't really know what I want, but that doesn't feel right. As weird and, like, impractical as it sounds, I'm going almost entirely based on a gut feeling here. Would resetting it to do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to die and suffer? I don't want to forget you. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually. If we're here talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before? This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there any other way? Take it all back. I don't want this and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god? I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
You'll be back here again, sooner than you think. And then we'll part ways again, and find each other, and part ways, and find each other. It's like we're never really alone. Because even the time we spend apart is time spent chasing these moments of reunion. And they're all the sweeter for the isolation in between, don't you think?
That's beautiful. You've really grown our hearts, haven't you?
I don't want to forget you.
We don't want to forget you either, but that's what we would have to do.
A single tear forms in one eye and slides down their cheek. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
We don't think we ever really forget, anyway. There's always something that draws us back together. Some buried memory that both of us treasure.
Is there any other way?
Our options are limited to what that knife offers us. Either we use it to put things back, or you kill us. We're sure you can figure out which one we'd prefer. But we don't want to influence you. We're sure you'll do what you think is best. If it's time for it to be over, it's time for it to be over. As much as we might want a few more precious lifetimes with you.
We're going to hurt. If we're here talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't. We can't know something like that. But we're choosing to do it now. And maybe we'll just keep doing it again and again, forever. It's almost comforting to know we can keep meeting each other over and over again.
How do you know that things won't just end worse?
That's okay. We have to be able to trust that whatever choices we make, they're the right choices. Maybe we'll continue the loop of forgetting and restarting forever. Or maybe we'll decide, at some point, that it's time for things to end.
How can we trust ourselves?
When we first met each other in the long quiet, there was something inside of us. Something we couldn't recognize or understand. And we can't say we fully understand it now. A warmth when we look at you. The kind you don't realize you're missing until it's come back. Every time we hurt each other, every time something awful happened, it was still there, undercutting the pain on the surface with a constant, soothing glow. That warmth is never going to go away, and that's why we believe in you.
don't want to kill her. But, like, resetting and just starting everything over doesn't feel like the right choice either. Take it all back. I don't want this and I don't want to kill you.
There's no turning back now. You came down here with the knife, which means the knife has to get used. But there wouldn't have been any meaning to taking it. And this place is all about meaning. But if that's what you want, you can always hope that the next you will want that too. But there's only one way to give him that choice.
Yeah. We're already here, and we've already brought the blade, and nobody wanted to throw it out the window. We can't just go back now. One way or another, we'll have to see this through.
Of course we do.
There's your third beat. Hey, you're right. There it is. Can't say it's very funny, though.
I can't kill her. I can't. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we can choose to do it all again. We'll always be able to start over, if that's what all of us want.
Would resetting it do anything to help them?
If you believe we can give them more time, then we can give them more time. It's all up to you.
Yeah. Don't underestimate the power of our thoughts. You've seen what they can do. You haven't even seen the half of it.
Well, I can't kill her, so I guess I know what I'm doing.
Okay. If this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. Speak for yourself. Maybe I'll see you too. Maybe I won't. They take the blade from our hand and stare fondly into our eyes.
I'll see you soon.
Everything is going to be okay. We love you.
Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
This was my first ending as well. I thought it made sense and was very romantic. The point is the fight. That's fair. For me, it's less that the point is the fight, at least in this case. But
You're here to slay her.
it's the fact that I don't have an answer.
It will be the end of the world.
If I brought the knife, I have to use it, but I know what's the wrong answer. It's not so much that I know what's the right answer, I know what the wrong answer is. Click forward. Click forward a little bit. Okay. Silently continue to the cabin, I guess. The princess, the voices in your head, Jonathan Sims. The princess, Nicole Goodnight. Huge perks on the sound design, by the way. I don't think I've talked about it before, but just the use of the music and the use of the sound effects, especially in the nightmare sequence, the use of the sound effects was really, really good. Congratulations on the first ending. Woo. There is definitely more for me to see. But, in this case, I think I'm permission for explanation text bricks. As long as it's not going to spoil one of the other endings, then absolutely go ahead. Whoa. Whoa, thank you for the gift subs. Oh my goodness. It took me a second to process what was happening. But, thank you. That means a lot. But, yeah, televised, you You have permission for explanation text bricks as long as it's not going to spoil any other endings. To make it simple, the narrator put God in a box and he split them in two. The shifting mound, the concept of change and transformation, and the long quiet, the concept of eternity and stillness. You play as the latter. He needs you to kill her, because if you do, then nothing will die. What is happening? That makes more sense than her necessarily being death is her being change. Here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. So I was right about being two halves of the same whole. Not so much that she is death, but that she's our counterpart in a very literal way. I am gonna take a screenshot of this. Give me half a second. There we go. Ask them to kill each other. I really enjoyed your theory, very spot on. Thank you. I had a theory, but I'd say it's about 50-50 if my theories are actually right. Usually I pick up on at least enough of what's going on to figure it out. But I don't always get it entirely right. In fact, I usually don't get it entirely right. Dying guy traps God in a box, slits it in two, and then asks it to kill each other. I got the impression that he was already dead. Then again, I don't really know. And now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab, and it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Join our Discord, join the mailing list, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game. I have heard very good things about Scarlet Hollow. Planning to tackle the Unseen Princesses on stream? Yes, absolutely. I want to see what else there is for this game to offer, but... we are done, now we can go to bed. Good night. Good night, go to bed, sleep well. Sleep is important. Yeah, I will tackle the Unseen Princesses, although probably another day. There's some sick chapter 3s. I'd be willing to bet, yeah. Because with all of the variety in how you can... respond in chapter 2, there's got to be some really interesting chapter 3s as well. 5 a.m. No, go to bed! Man, if it was 5 a.m., I probably just wouldn't even bother going to sleep. I would just wait until like 6 and then get up and start my day. But... And you really only got the one, but Moment is a great one as an ender. Yeah. No, I want to see the other princesses. I want to see if there are other endings I can see. I want to see them as well. But, I'm thinking maybe not today. It might be... It looks like it's around the time I would normally try and finish up. So I think I will probably be done here for today. Oh, I got a hype chest. Oh, I got a cute little bear emote. It fits. I got the world's cutest little bear emote. still does not explain the full nature and personality of the shifting mound and the abilities of the long quiet, but it is the essence. You can get one ending in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, damn. Like, if I try and do it now, I hate to disappoint, but I really do think I'm probably going to finish up here for tonight. It feels like the right choice to stop here. I will definitely go ending hunting another day. That is not a problem at all. Oh, I hit my sub goal. Yay. Yeah. I'm gonna finish here for tonight. I will definitely go ending hunting another day, but it feels right to finish here for tonight. Let me see who's here that I can raid. Who is streaming that I can raid? Let's see. Following. I don't think I see anyone. In which case, do y'all have any suggestions? I know I have the redeem, but I feel like I usually ask for suggestions around the end of the stream anyways, because not a lot of my friends stream around the same time as I do. I mean, Arisu does sometimes, but she usually does Monday, Wednesday, where I usually do Tuesday, Thursday. Can I offer a raid? Absolutely, go ahead. I try and set my redeems low because I never want them to be, like, prohibitively expensive. My next stream? I usually stream Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, Fridays if I have time, but I'm a college student, so whether or not I have time is highly variable based on what my courses, what my work for my courses looks like. But I will be here on Thursday. I have a Marvel Rivals collab with a couple of other people, and then on Sunday I'm going to try and start Blueprints, which is a really cool, like, sort of rogue or puzzle game with roguelike elements. Like, that's about, like, drafting rooms in a house where the room layout changes all the time and trying to solve the puzzles to figure out, like, the lore and the stuff. I checked out the demo forever ago and it releases on the 10th, so I'm really excited to get to play it. Yeah, you can absolutely suggest who to raid. So, I probably will have to wait until, like, properly next week to do more Slay the Princess, but I will be here on Thursday. I have a Marvel Rivals collab with some friends. And then Sunday for Blueprints. Oh, stretch. Good idea. Very good idea. I have been, like, unintentionally, like, shrimping my back. Do you want a link or just a nickname? If you just want to put their Twitch name, then I can absolutely go ahead and raid them. I just need their Twitch username to do it. Let me switch to my my chatting screen, so y'all don't have to stare at the credits quite as much. There we go. Alright, let me go ahead and raid them. And then, I'll be back on Thursday around the same time as usual. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and I hope I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, raid is starting. There we go.